Thank you, Dharam. In Hindi song, in my community, there is a little, very small song. कर्मा के पोथिला घरमा बिसर के आयो कागा हूँ करा में गतीला. It means what I sing a song of my life because I forget my knowledgeable book in the home. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I first want to thank the National Gallery of Canada for inviting me to participate in this important exhibition and symposium. My special thanks go to co-curator Christine Lalonde and her colleagues. I want to give a good presentation this afternoon, but I must tell you, first of all, that I didn't have a good education and what I have tried to learn English all on my own. So please forgive all the many mistakes I made. I was born in a small jungle village of Shishora in the central Indian state of Madhya Pradesh. Although I loved to do picture as child in my village, no one knew about drawing paper or colors. Such things were not available. So I first drew with charcoal and natural clay colors on the floor and walls. My father stopped and scolded me many times, saying, "What are you doing? This is nonsense. Go do something useful." I felt frustrated even when we went to the local fairs. If I saw a beautiful pinwheel, my father would say he couldn't afford to buy it for me. Instead, he later made me a pinwheel made out of newspaper. It didn't have bright colors, but it made me very happy. My father had other ways of keeping you amused. Sorry. Uh, he once caught a lizard, fed it a bit of tobacco, just enough so that it would start dancing. Even if you are a very poor child, life can be full of fun. Then, of course, you must grow up, and there are hardships to face too. I grew older, helped my father gather and bring home firewood from the jungle. When I was 16-year old, I left home and moved to the big city, first to Bhopal and then to New Delhi. In New Delhi, I did many different kinds of hard labor. My first job there was a cook in the household of a Polish official, where I was worked from 6 in the morning to midnight every single day of the week and was paid a monthly salary of rupees 225, which is about 4.5 Canadian dollar a month. Although I was held captive in the household, I managed to escape. I then worked as an electrician and a house painter. I even worked as a cycle rickshaw wala. That was a very painful job from which I still have many health problems. Around the time I had the good fortune to meet the famous artist Jagdish Swaminathan because I visited my nephew who was then a cook in Swaminathan kitchens. Swaminathan, I know now, now know was a great primitivist artist, and he was very welcoming to tribal peoples. He would let me sit in the studio for many hours, sometimes for a full day, and let me watch him paint. Many of this painting shows his signature crow, which he depicted in profile. He also did a big monument in Bhopal in honor of the great poet Muhammad Iqbal, which also shows a crow on a rock. He was a great inspiration to me. Here is a painted I did showing a traditional Gond myth about death and woodpecker. It is also a tribute to Swaminathan Ji's crow. So I guess some people would say that I, as an authentic tribal, have been influenced by a modern primitivist. By the way, the lovely lady shown in the picture is my wife Saroj. We also have two children, but I am not showing pictures to them today. But I must mention one relative who, more than any other's family members or Swaminathan himself, most inspired me to become a professional artist, and that's my uncle Jangan Singh Shyam. Uncle Jangan's work is also on display in the Sakahan exhibition. It was he who was first discovered in our jungle village and brought to Bhopal by Swaminathan in 1981. He soon became very famous and successful. Indeed, he was one of the artists who went to Paris to participate in the famous 1989 Magicians of the Earth exhibit at the Pompidou Center, from which he returned rich and famous. I saw him. I saw him in the drawing climbing the Eiffel Tower while grabbing lots of money. The eyes of Paris and India were watching. You can see here. At the time, I was working as his assistant. Later, I started working on my own, doing my own artwork. But at the time, I couldn't sell enough of my work to support me and my family. So I did commercial signboard painting. One day, while painting a signboard, I got the terrible news that my uncle Jangan committed suicide while working at a museum in Japan. I was so heartbroken. I felt inspired then to make a promise that in his honor I would stop painting commercial work. From then until now, I have only done my own work. Let me conclude by showing you the range of my work. This, for example, is the story of the creation of the earth. It's a long story which starts with our great god Badadev, who sat in the center of the lotus leaf in the middle of the great pond of water. In the picture, you can see all the water creatures surrounding him and a crow at the upper left, which takes a big role in the myth. Here I show the divinity Adi Shakti, who is both male and female. Each side is shown with different attributes. In the middle, you see a river which is a source of life. This is a sculpture I painted for the London Elephant Parade. It was displayed outside Harrods department store. If you look closely, you can see that behind the elephant's ear is a red wings, and on his front leg is a bunch of bananas. This referred to another long myth about how the elephant lost his wings. This shows a painting in acrylic on canvas of the god Shiva on the left and his wife Gaura on the right. It is now on display at the Fulbright House in New Delhi. I have also done 16 commissions for different hotels throughout central India. This one is at Marble Rock, Bhedaghat, Jabalpur, where I did work both in paper mache and sheet metal and wood. Here is a painting on tussar silk. That I did for one of the Taj Hotel group. Here at the Sakahan exhibit, you can see some of the drawing from my Mumbai Terror series. I actually visited the Taj Hotel in Mumbai on the very day that it was attacked on 26 October 2008. I had 3 artworks that were to be auctioned there. But the hotel was attacked and I witnessed the tragedy there and elsewhere in the city. This is a painting of tiger at Ranthambore National Park. Once the park and my village had many such wild creatures. Today, such animals are becoming very rare and endangered. This is an acrylic painting on Dharti Ma, Mother Earth. You can see the snowy Himalayan mountain on top of her head. Her eyebrows are shown as deep forests, and she is looking downwards in sorrow. She is carrying a man and woman. And the all rest of creation, some of the animal look up to her face in the hope that she will save their lives. Once on the way back home from doing exhibit in Boston, a big volcano erupted in Iceland. It caused a lot of natural problem in the air, and I was stuck camping out in Frankfurt airport for a full week. Whether from volcanoes, earthquakes, or tsunami, or global warming, and other natural problems, we all learn that ultimately nature is in control. From an indigenous perspective, I must say, Mother Nature is more powerful than all of humanity. We must respect and love her. Like a mother, she gives us so much generous support. In my community, we worship the Earth Mother. My feeling is that the true test of respect and love is a willingness to make certain sacrifices. I think that we all can and should sacrifice more for the sake of Mother Nature. Thank you.